What is that? Oh, it's part of the cup. What's up, guys? Dang, I need some lotion. Can y'all hold up real fast? I'll be right back. PGA Bishop, what's up? I was not expecting you to get on here. What's up with you? I have some, let me see. I have some, what is it? What is it? Oh, dental work done today. And oh my gosh, I don't know what it is, but I've been coming across like a lot of older dental, what is it? A lot of older doctors. And I had a doctor today, and I was like, I think, I don't want to say it because I don't want y'all to cancel me, bro. But I think her blood pressure or something was low. And I was like, wanted to ask her, hey, like, do you want to postpone? Because I don't know, something was not right. But she's way older. The last guy that did dental work on me, he was like 81. Nah, you on, I show my face. I'm glad. Yay. Hey, I love the love. I appreciate you. I'm just drinking coffee, just chilling, taking a little break. PGA. So, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you saw the title. I'm trying to figure out, why do people put labels on people? Yesterday, Fostering Will Care, what's up? Hey, actually, if you can, email me because I have I gotta touch back in with you. The last time we talked was like a month ago. So if you can email me, that'd be great. And I always love seeing you on here. You guys, so labeling. So yesterday, PGA, I'm pretty sure you saw the comment. And Fostering Will Care, I don't know if you were on there. But Amy, what it do, boo? What's up? I was talking about my live yesterday, so all you guys are on my live yesterday, right? And I'm talking about, why do we label people? Because there was a comment on here that kind of stuck with me. I didn't know what the hell it meant, so I had to go on Google and look and see what the hell did it mean. And the person was like, oh, like, I love the femboy vibe. And I was like, what the heck is a femboy vibe, right? So then I was like, because you guys know I'm older, like I am 33. So all these new terms and all this binary, non-binary, all this stuff is all that's new to me because, Amy, you remember? Okay, I figure you did. And all this binary, all this, like, it's honestly, like, with all due respect, this dog is getting on my nerves. Hold on. Teddy, what are you doing? Cut it out. Stop it. No. Go to bed. Go to bed. Cut it out. Sorry, guys, my puppy. So like non-binary, binary, like all this stuff like that, right? So back when I was growing up, it was just straight or gay. That's it. Two things: straight, gay. That's it. So now I'm trying to learn all that. So anyway, I was looking at like femboy, and I went to go look up what femboy means, and it was like pretty much like you're in the non-binary category, right? And it was like you're a girl, but then you're feminine, but then you're tomboy, like you're a tomboy at the same time, right? Okay, you still a baby. Amy, how old are you? I am young. DW, love your hair. That's so cute. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So the thing is that I'm like, why do we put labels on people? Why do we do that? Why does it matter if like how somebody dresses, who they like, what they do in their bedroom? Why does that matter? But why does that matter? Why do we have to put labels on people? My whole entire life, people have always put labels on me because the way that I am, the way that I communicate, people think that it's very masculine. They think that it's like, I'm trying to be a man. I'm trying to act like a man. Like people think that, say that, oh, like I need to simmer it down. I shouldn't be so outspoken. And people mistake that and mistake it as being gay, right? which I've been hearing my whole entire life, right? My whole entire life. But the thing is that why label me? Why label me? And most definitely sign me up for some stuff that I didn't even sign up for. Why label people? Why judge people? Why does it matter how they dress? Why does it matter who they love? Why does that matter? What matters is who they are as a human being, how they show up in the world, if they got a good heart, if they got a good spirit. That's what matters. I don't give a damn if you're part of the what community. That doesn't matter to me. How are you treating me? Are you treating me with respect? Are you respecting yourself? Do you love God? Are you who you are as a person? Not even bringing religion in it. Let me catch it before I start going. Let me see. PGA said the key is not to pay attention to negativity. They talk trash about God. They talk trash about God. They spit on them. But listen, if you spit on me, okay, God's still working on me. They spit on everything. You can't spit on me. I'm not there yet. Let me calm down. I'm not there yet. But yes, just like PGA said, they talk bad about God and it's negativity. But my thing is that like, okay, if they talk about God, we don't stand a chance. I understand that. And it's negativity. I don't like people judging me. I swear to you, when people judge me, I can't stand it because I don't have not one judgmental bone in my body. I have different friends that are a part of all walks of life. You name it. I got a friend in that category. I got friends that are on drugs. I have friends that battle that, their sexuality. I got friends that have gambling problems. I got friends that are in and out of prison. I got anything I got friends that are homeless. I have friends that are hopping from place to place. Anything that you name, I have a friend in that category. What does that tell you? I don't judge. I don't judge. What my friend does or their choices and stuff, that does not define who they are as a person. Like I said, for example, I have friends that have, like, struggle with drugs. I have lost a lot of friends from drugs. Does them being on drugs, does that define who they are as a person? No. I have friends women that make their money in a little different way. Does that define who they are as a person? No, it does not. Fostering with care, you are a baby. How old are you? Dang. People love putting people in a box. Listen, people love putting people in a box. They most definitely do. But my thing is like, Teddy, I'm trying to record and you into stuff. That's my dog, you guys. Dang, he been up for the past. Usually he's take a little nap. He's a little chunky, little fat thing. But Babuski, what's up? Fostering with care. I have masculine ways as well. I can relate. Okay, so you can relate to. That's what I'm saying. But like me, it's like this is just how I was raised. I was just raised to be a strong-minded individual. You know what I mean? Like that's the different things that I went through. The way my dad raised me. That's what I was taught. So when people try to put me in a box or label me because they feel like I don't define what a woman should be, I don't understand that. My whole entire life, it's like everywhere that I go, people are trying to put me in a box. Don't put me in a box. You got what I'm saying? Like, but I embrace it. Like, if you say I'm a pretty femboy, okay, then pretty femboy, we rocking then, whatever. Like, I don't focus on negativity, but I don't like when people go out their way to put labels or look at a person and just go off of the way they look. That is not the way somebody look does not show you who they are. Who they love does not show you who they are. What they do don't make them a bad person. But it's like, bro, fostering, recare. Okay, she says she can relate. Ham sandwich. I do have an honest question. If God was real, why wouldn't he just snap his fingers and keep children safe during school shootings? Or does he need angels? Or does he need angels that bad? Listen, this is what we've got to realize, okay? The devil is busy too. The devil is how God's working, the devil's working. So I'm gonna say this respectfully, we can't just put it all on God, because God, like you can choose the path you want to go down, right? There's a path with God and there's a path with Satan, with the devil. Which one are you going to choose? So if a person chooses to go down this path with Satan, with devil, you can't blame God for that. That person chooses to live the reckless, cold blood life they want to live. And there are people out here that worship Satan. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to go down that path, that's on them. But then you have God's path. You have people that want to walk and be on God's path. So honestly, It's like, I understand what you're saying about the school shootings, all that stuff, but listen, you guys got to realize the devil is alive, and a lie, okay? But the devil is a lie. The devil is real. When y'all be getting those negative, intrusive thoughts, when people be battling with different spirits and stuff like that, people just think that people's crazy. They're not crazy. They're battling the demonic spirits. It's real. When people talk about warfare, when people talking about they battling with stuff, and I remember I seen this video of this guy walking to the altar. He's like, bro, I'm under attack. My spirit's under attack. Pray for me. That is real. It's real. The devil is busy. So just like God is busy, the devil is busy too. So ham sandwich, hopefully that answered your question. But like I said, God's working. The devil's working too. What side? What you gonna choose? Amy, people put labels because their own insecurities, and that dictates how they are going to treat you because they are ignorant. Exactly. That's another thing. That is for sure. And I noticed that I had a lot of friends that were very insecure, right? And they will put their insecurities on me. And then I will start being insecure, right? And I'm like, wait, look it. Hold on. I'm not what that person says. I'm not this. I'm not that. What's going on? And I was able to reflect and look at myself and be like, look, like, bro, you are not what they say they are. They put limitations and limit their beliefs. So they're projecting that on you, to what Amy's saying. Just because they feel they can't do it, that does not mean anything. You got what I'm saying? Let me see. Amy, ignorant. PJ Bishop said, I feel you. Amy said, ignorant is not a put down. It just means lacking knowledge of awareness in general. Yes. And to be honest, people that are like that are ignorant, it's, you guys, okay, hold on, this dog. My bad. I have to make sure he didn't have nothing that he shouldn't have. Yes. And another thing is that you can't fault for people for what they don't know. A lot of people don't have awareness like we do. A lot of people are not taught outside the box. A lot of people are raised to think and to stay in a box. And I'm a living witness to that, to experiencing that. A lot of people, how they were thinking, and that's what they were taught. That's what they would believe. But does that have to be your reality? No. And that's what I noticed. People used to shame me for thinking out the box, and they used to say that I was delusional for my beliefs, and me, thinking that I can achieve this or achieve that. Okay, well, I was raised like my faith in God and my confidence in myself. I believe I can do those things, but not everybody is gonna have the same outlook as you. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna have that. Let me see here. PGA Bishop. It seemed like that person said trying to poison people against God. It seems like that person, what that person said was trying to poison people against God. You think that's what you got from that? PGA, I love your perspective. I love your perspective. Cause I feel like, and you tell me, PGA, what you thought. Because what I got from that person saying, if God is real, why are all these horrible things are happening? Why are these school shootings happening? Why are people dying? Why are people getting killed? If there's a God, which is a valid question. And I heard that question before. That's what I got from it. But PGA, tell me what you thought. H said, you got a good attitude, brother. It's sister, but you want to call me brother? For sure. I'll take it. Oh, thank you. Maybe he just mean that's a term. You know what I mean? Just like I call everybody man, dude, but maybe he's just generalizing the brother part. But I appreciate it. I try to have unique as laughing. But I'll take it. Shoot, I'll take it. But it's like, let me see. Amy, no one can make you feel ignorant without your consent. Your self-worth is ultimately your responsibility. And let me tell you that. I noticed that because the way that people treated me, I used to let that make me, I used to feel like how people treated me was a reflection of my self-esteem. Let me say that again. Ooh. The way people were treating me, I used to think when they treated me bad, that was a reflection of who I am. And it was not. It's a reflection of who they are. You got what I'm saying? Amy over here is spitting wisdom, man. Amy is, PGA, y'all spitting wisdom. But that's No one can make you feel ignorant without your consent. That's deep. Amy said, yes. I got to read her comment again. No one can make you feel ignorant without your consent. Your self-worth is ultimately your own responsibility. It most definitely is. And I noticed with my self-worth, I needed some work on it. And now I'm solid. You got what I'm saying? Like, that's why I always say solid. Like, solid honesty. I build a foundation with myself. So when people come in here and they troll and they say all these hateful, mean things to me, honestly, I'll be honest with you, it does not bother me, because when you really stand tall in who you are and you show up as like, what's up? Like, this me, take it or leave it. That's the attitude I always have. And people, that bother people. But listen, when I tried to be what everybody wanted me to be, I was miserable. And I tried to fit in, I just never could fit in. You know what I mean? I just never could fit in. And I was like, look, that just takes too much work. So it's either take it or leave it. That's just how I am. Not everybody's like that, but that's how I am. PGA said, that's slander and defamation of character, for sure, for sure. 8 said, my fault, sis. No, it's all good. No worries here. Neek said, what are they talking about? So there's a comment that PGA Bishop was talking about. It was from Ham Sandwich, and I don't think Ham Sandwich is on here no more. But Ham Sandwich said, I do have an honest question. If God was real, why would he just snap his fingers and keep children safe during school shootings? Or does he need angels that bad? That's what was said. So that's what we were talking about. Same here, I agree. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. And that's what PGA was saying, that PGA said that he felt like, he said, seems like that person was trying to poison people against God. So that's what we were referring to, because I see that you're just now like clocking in and coming in. I wish I had more light, but I'm pretty sure you guys can see me. But yeah, I'm like, and like, you know, people are so quick to like, hold on. Let me clean my camera really fast. Am I blurry, you guys? Was I showing up blurry? I'm trying to clean it really fast. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Neek said no. Okay, there we go. I don't know. It looked really blurry, but people label me all the time. Do y'all know how many times people get on here calling me a man, or he pronouns? You guys, listen to this. So I went to take a CPR class, right? And I wasn't dressed up. I was like this. I wasn't dressed up or nothing. And then the instructor kept saying, "Hey, can you pass him the CPR kit?" I said, I looked at him. I said, "Who are you referring to?" "You, him." You know, I forgot I was almost alive. I was about to say a word. You know this dude. You know this dude was like, "Yeah." I said, "Hey, bro. Okay, look here, homie. You said that for the 3rd time. I told you what my pronouns were. And you're going against the grain and going against what I just told you. So, like, you need to respect what I'm telling you. You need to respect what I'm telling you, bro. I'm not no bruh. I go by her, and she. And you said him like 3-4 times. Everybody was in there like, you could tell everybody was trying not to laugh, but people were like looking at him like, bro, like, you heard what she said. But I'm just like, you just looking at me and just assuming, bro. So I say all that to say, Amy said no. Yes. So listen, when I tell y'all that it'd be hard showing up, being myself, like, it comes with a price. Being real comes with a price. Being 100 comes with a price. Staying on all 10 and being who you are unapologetically, probably not even saying that word right, that comes with a cost. So you guys don't know half the stuff that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, with how people label me and with how people judge me without even knowing me. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. So I'm gonna be totally real with you guys. Some days, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little heavier than others. But definitely when I be on that phone and they keep saying, "Sir," I said, and I had lost my voice. I was like, "Look here, okay? I am not a sir." How many times did I? I can laugh about it because I'm just letting y'all know what labels put on me and what I deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, I was voicing on like, "Hey, look here, homie. I said blah 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 blah." Like, it's on a serious note. Like, that's what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. And people telling me to stay in my lane. A woman is supposed to be submissive. A woman is supposed to be this. A woman is supposed to be that. All women are different. Everybody is different. God needs everybody to play a different role in this life. So you're telling me that the way God made me, the way God made me, that I'm a mistake. The way that I am, that's a mistake. I need to change to fit in with society. Like, no way, no way, no way. PGA said, I don't get manly vibes from you. I just see a person being themselves, basically being comfortable. I love that so much, PGA. I love that. Let me see. Neek said, LOL, I understand every time I wear my Adidas hat, I get it all the time. I don't even care at this point. No, I mean, no matter what, my point is, you guys, I don't want anybody thinking that I'm like clowning or anything. I'm just sharing with you guys what I deal with a day-to-day basis. And I just feel like we should just love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And just allow people to be them. In this society, I know that's not going to happen, but that's just how I feel. And PGA said, oh yeah, to answer what PGA said, I appreciate that. I'm myself all the time. You know, I'm myself all the time. And people, I remember when I used to hang out with my friends and you used to, you know, hang out with dudes and stuff like that. And they will like put it on. If I can't, I'm not even going to, like, you know, like probably not doing a good job, but they will put it on. And I didn't know how to put it on. I didn't know how to put it on because all I know is me being myself. Like I always tell myself, I said, look, I believe that I'm a beautiful person. I believe that I have a good heart. I believe that I'm a good person. And God, you know, put people in my life to love me as I am. So anybody that comes my way or anybody that I meet or anything, I love them where they're at. I love them where they're at. Homeless, I love you where you're at. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to whatever you're addicted in with, whatever your life. I love you where you are. I love you where you are. And if we connect or whatever, I'm going to help you to get on the right path if that's what you want to do. You know, as a support. That's where I'm coming from. Let me see. Neek said, I don't know how you get mistaken as a male. You clearly look like a female and sound like a female. Like I said, labeling. People like to label. People like to label all the time. All the time. And usually, like, you guys, like, the way I dress up now, I used to be like, well, no, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got the fire in there. You know what I'm saying? I got the ratchets in there if I want to pull it out. Anyway, like, if I wasn't strong or confident in myself, I will be depressed right now. Dealing with how I'm judged on a daily. But because I tell myself all the time, God loves you just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you are. God made you just the way you are. God made me the way I am to connect with people. God made me the person that I need to be to help other people. And I noticed that me just being myself and being true to who I am and not judging people and treating people, loving people how God loves people, I noticed that I've been able to have like a major impact on people's lives. And that's why I show up myself, because me showing up as myself, that's what people need right now. You get what I'm saying? Like, even though my platform is growing, but even like, I'm not even talking about on YouTube, even outside of YouTube. You guys know how many people I come in contact with? I don't even know them, and they just come up to me to start talking to me. And my mom was like, Mom, why every time like you meet people, they just come up and start talking to y'all be talking to each other like y'all just know each other? I don't know. People come up to me and tell me their business. I'm just a listening ear. And I just pray to God while they're talking to me that God blesses me to tell them what they need to hear. You get what I'm saying? Amy, when you pray to God for strength, He puts things and people, trials and tribulations in your life to teach you strength. Now listen to that. That's the thing. I had one period in my life where I felt very naive. I was very naive, and I felt like I was getting taken advantage of, and I wasn't as strong as I was now, right? Physically, I may appear that. I may come off like I was, but mentally and spiritually, I was weak, right? I was weak. And I was weak, and I was in it. When I think back, I was really hurt by how pure I am and how pure I was, right? And to see me get done the way I was done, I didn't understand that. I couldn't understand people turning on me. I couldn't understand friends plotted against me. I didn't understand none of that. So in that period, to second back off what Amy said, because once again she said when you pray to God for strength, he puts things and people people, trial and tribulations in your life to teach you a lesson. I pray for God to bless me with the strength that I wanted to really have. And he did. And I was in situations that I didn't even think I was even going to overcome. Situations that I felt like that was most definitely going to break me, right? For real, for real. And then I was like, after I got past it, I'm like, shoo. Now everything I go through, it's like I deal with it gracefully because God prepared me. Everything that I went through that I thought you guys, and I've been through some horrific things. I'm pretty sure everybody else can relate. But things that I went through, like me getting past that, I'm like, there's nothing else that I can't get past. I'm telling you. And even nowadays, when I come across things, I pray to God. I'm like, God, like, I may feel like I can't get past this, God, but I know for a fact I can. I went through things that honestly broke my spirit, had me days where I didn't even want to eat. Had me days where I couldn't even sleep, you guys. When my dad died, like, I couldn't even eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't function at all. My uncle died the same. And my cousins, I had a lot of death in my family. And I did not know how I was going to get past that. There's other trials and little trials and tribulations. I didn't think I was going to get past that. But to what Amy said, prayer. You got to pray, you guys. And I'm not pushing religion on y'all, but I'm telling you, you want strength? Pray. You want a better life? Pray. You want God to release you from that toxic situation, that toxic situationship you in, that toxic marriage, that toxic relationship, that toxic friendship, that toxic job? You got to pray. You got to pray. You want to be able to handle backlash and what people say about you? You got to pray. Now, before I got on YouTube, I was dealing with different things at work, people talking horrible about me, right? And I didn't understand what I was getting ready for. I was like, God, what do you got in store? I didn't have no idea. And then I discovered YouTube. And now when I'm on YouTube and I see different things or people say certain things, it just brushes off. Because it's like I was prepared. Let me see. Oh, dang. I got to catch up on these comments. Neek said, facts, sister. PGA Bishop said, I don't get the vibe you desire women. I mean, I just read his comment right out loud. I mean, but everybody else thinks so. But to my point, PGA, like I said, labeling of people. I have kids. I have a husband. Labeling. People don't know me. You don't just judge somebody by just seeing them. People judge me all the time. Even when I'm talking to people, like I had an appointment and this girl was very rude to me, like very rude, right? But very passive aggressive. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm not even gonna sweeten it up. I'm gonna tell y'all what I told her. I told her, hey, you're coming off very passive aggressive. And I don't know if my tone or the way that I'm talking to you is rubbing you the wrong way. But if it is, I apologize because that's not my intentions. But I feel like you're trying to match something that there's nothing to match. You know what I mean? And when I told her that, she straightened up. But she thought, probably from her experience, you know what I'm saying, with her dealing with other women, she probably had some bad experiences and probably assumed or grouped me into that group or labeled me as a bitter black woman. Right? I don't know. I'm just telling you guys. Because once I said that, I said, look, I'm not frustrated at you or nothing. I'm just asking you a simple question, sweetheart. I just as much as you want me out of here, it's just as much I want to get out of here. So that's it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, there's no malice, there's nothing. And then once I said that, then she was like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? But like I said, she was just judging me by off of whatever she thought. Amy, well, it's low vibes to question someone's sexuality. It's shallow thinking. What's really behind the questions? That's what I'm saying. But why do you need to question somebody's sexuality anyway, though? Honestly. What's behind the question of asking someone's sexuality? I have no idea. Why does it even goddamn matter, to be honest? What somebody does in their bedroom and what, it does not matter. It does not matter. But like this world we in, everybody judges everybody. Everybody's trying to be better than everybody. Listen, that's why I don't even get on social media like that, because I'm not that type of person. I don't care. I don't care. I'm worried about what my lane, what I got going on. I don't care. How that person wants to live their life, they can live their life. God loves all of us. No matter if we're gay, straight, no matter if we're troubled, no matter if we're drug addicted, God loves us in our natural form. God loves us no matter what decisions we decide to do. All of us sin. All of us have something we work on. All of us have things that we struggle on. It's just some people are more honest about what they're struggling than others. Others mask it very well. You got what I'm saying? Mask it very well. Let me see. H said, gotta meet people where they are at, for sure. Yes, that's what I said. Yes, H, for real. You gotta meet them where they're at. Telling you. And I do that all the time. I meet people where they're at. I'm telling you, when people start judging me, I check them. Okay? Before we continue on, you're being judgmental, and I don't play that. I don't, like I said, you guys, I love people for who people are. That's just me. Okay? PJ Bishop, from your vibe, I feel like you were raised with the men in the house and you weren't allowed to carry yourself, what'd you say? You said proactive? Is that what you said? Provocative. I'm tripping. I can't even see that. Provocative. So therefore you became a little forthright. If I can't even read. My phone, I need to change my phone screen, you guys. I apologize. It's all cracked up. That is correct. Ding, PGA, you're on the money. I was raised by an alpha. My dad was very alpha, right? And my dad did not like when he seen women getting taken advantage of. Did not like women that did not have a backbone. Like I won't say did not like, but he didn't want me to be raised like that, right? So provocative, sex, all the other stuff, like I was really sheltered. I was really, really sheltered. So, and even when it came to, oh, somebody's calling me. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my live. My phone's not on D&D. My bad. So, my dad always told me, like, you got to have a backbone. People treat you how you allow them to treat you. You don't let anybody treat you like this. You don't let anybody treat you like that. It was always those type of conversations. So when it came to relationships and stuff like that, I always had standards, so I was always single. Can y'all see me? Y'all see me? I was always single because I did not want to be in a relationship to where I didn't want to accept something less than, I didn't want to accept something that I know that, like, let me regroup. When it came, dang, hold on, guys. My bad, I'm back here. When it came to, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. If y'all remember what I was talking about, put me back on track. I had to answer like a really important text message. Let me see. Exactly, but why would someone ask that? Amy said that. I don't know. People ask me that all the time, and people just assume. Like, one time someone told me, and maybe I'm talking too much, but I'm just trying to help somebody. One time somebody thought that I was married to a woman, and I was like, excuse me? And then the other person that was with us, she turned red, right? She turned red because she was gay. But she turned red and she was like, she told the other person, she was like, you don't even know her. Like, that's so disrespectful to ask somebody something like that. So I'm just letting you guys know, labeling, putting people in a box, why does it matter? Why does it matter? And maybe I'm saying way too much. I don't know. But I want to share my story because I was talking to somebody last week, and they were pretty much saying that the lifestyle that they decide to live, that they're ridiculed for it, right? And it's really hard for them to input, how they live their life, because everywhere they go, they're judged. So I just kind of use my story and what I go with, and how even men get upset the way that I am. They're like, girl, you need to sit down, be quiet, and blah, 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 those alphas, whatever. So I just shared my story because I know what it feels like to get talked about. I know what it feels like to get labeled. I know what it feels like to just all that stuff. Like, even as being a black woman, you guys, like, and I hate to bring race in the cards, but like, everywhere I go, sometimes people think they don't know how I'm going to react. I think I'm going to cuss them out or something like that. Like, that's not true. I'm not an angry person. So I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too much. But Amy, PGA, are you still here? Amy, and maybe am I talking too much, guys? Am I sharing too much? You guys tell me. I feel like I'm sharing too much. Am I? I don't want nobody Somebody get mad at me. Amy, because they want to be, because they want to be with you, they want to hook up, they're phobic and they need to treat you a certain way. I always question what is the question they are really asking. Amy said, okay, she said, yeah. She said no. Neek said no. Amy said no. PGA, am I talking too much? Am I being too raw? Amy said no. We are here to listen. Yes. So honestly, I don't know what I don't know why that question is asked. I don't know why I'm asked that question. I don't know why other people are asked that question. I don't know. Right? I seen one video of a guy, he was just really, really cute. And you can clearly tell, you know, he was honest about his sexuality. And somebody walked by him and said like a really mean, I'm not gonna say what the guy said, but the guy said something really hateful to him, right? And so he walked up to him, which I was like, oh no, you don't want to do that because I didn't want him to get hurt. But he was like, what did I do? I didn't say nothing to you. I'm recording a video. I'm minding my own business. My walk of life, that I deserve my walk of life and the way I sin, I deserve you ridiculing me, you downing me, you cussing at me, you calling me very offensive names. And that bothered me. Like people go out of their way to judge other people. Why? Neek, being black in America is dangerous. Yes, I don't want to get... Man, y'all talking about some good stuff. That's a whole nother topic. I feel like... I think I'm going to leave that off limits right now. But Neek, because I don't want to go on a rant. But right now, it seemed like everything is dangerous. Including being black in America is dangerous. It seems like everything is dangerous right now. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like the LGBTQ community, it's like the way they get treated, I'm not with it. I'm really, really not with it. I'm not with it at all. I have family members. I have friends that are gay. I have family members that are gay. And I love them to pieces. You get what I'm saying? I love them to pieces. I love them to pieces. I love them to pieces. So this world, man, is just a cruel, cruel world. And when you have a pure spirit, you're going to be under attack. You're going to be under attack. Let me see. Amy, my brother was abused relentlessly in school and called every phobic slur you could think of. That really, really bothered me. How is your brother now? How is his mental? Amy, flash forward 20 years. All those guys that abused my bro are gay now. What? I don't even... Whoa, Amy, I don't even know how to respond to that, man. I don't even know how to respond to that, but I'm going to ask you this question. How is your brother now, and how did he deal with that? Because even in schools, you guys, let's even touch on it, right? I'm just talking about, like, I talked about homosexuality, drugs, all that stuff like that. People that are... No, let's talk about people that have disabilities, okay? Let's talk about those people. People that have disabilities are labeled very badly and poorly. And people with disabilities, they get treated very bad as well. And I've seen people treat people horrible. In my line of business and what I do, I've seen a lot of bad things that made me almost forget that I was even at work. I'm telling you. And I was about to bring out the hood, like, hey, what's up, homie? I was like, wait, hold on, girl, you're on the clock. You're on the clock. Call ABS, call CPS. You're on the clock. But I'm like, no. So when it comes to people that have disabilities, man, I make sure that I'm always watching and seeing how people treat them, because if not, I'm going to step in. And I tell myself, I'm like, okay, I'm like, for myself, I'm like, okay, how do I feel if I had a child that has a disability, right? And I'm trusting the schools, and I'm trusting them with teachers, and I'm trusting them with other people while I'm in school. And how would I feel if my child is being mistreated? You know, when I'm not around. Like, that's just, man. Amy, so the teasing was because of their own insecurities. It was. How did your brother handle that mentally? How did he handle that? Did it affect him in a good way, in a bad way? Like, How did he deal with that? That's my question. And how did your brother stay true to who he was despite of being teased and abused? That's so sad. I feel like I'm being so raw, you guys. I was going to try to like brisk and barely touch on this topic, but we just kind of like did like a full dive. My parents are amazing, Amy. See, and having amazing parents when you're going through such like hard times like that, that's crucial. It's crucial. God bless your family. God bless your brother. God bless you. I'm protective of my brothers. I'll throw down for them. It saved us, yes. And having parents that are very understanding. I noticed like with this day and age, like with parents and stuff, I noticed that it's so much going on. It's really hard for parents to really focus on their children, what their children's going through, the children's needs, because so much stuff is going on. Gas prices are raising. The cost of living's high, groceries high, bills are piling up. And then on top of that, you got your own personal problems. You got all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world. Then you raising kids in this world. Like, I feel like a lot of parents, it's hard for them to focus on what their child is really going through, you guys. There's this one child, this one kid that the story bothered me for like 2 or 3 days, but he created an AI character and he was in a relationship with the AI character for 10 months and the mother did not know. And he ended up killing himself, taking his life. Once again, anybody on here battling with suicide or anything, there's hotlines. If you need to go and get checked out, anything, do that. But there's hotlines and everything. Anybody that's on here that's even dealing with suicide. I always like to say that when I'm talking about suicide. The mom didn't even know what was going on. She didn't know he was battling with depression. She didn't know that he was sad. She says he acted odd before he took his life. She didn't really know, sit down or have the time to talk to him or see what was going on. And I'm just like, in this day and age, it is so crucial to check in with your kids, to check in with your family members, to check in with yourself, to look at signs to see how you're dealing with life. You get what I'm saying? Amy, thank you. Back at you. Yes. For sure. Neek, mental health of America is out of control. It's very bad. It's very bad. And it was so sad. Amy said, agree with you, Nick. She said, absolutely. It's so sad. And I remember back in the day, like, if something was wrong, parents used to try to hide when their child had a disability or when their child was, you know, I don't like the word, but the R word that they used to say back in the day. We don't say that word in my house. Nobody's allowed to say that word, the R word, or the SLOW word, none of that, because no. But I remember back in the day, parents used to hide that from everybody. And parents were very, you know, protective of their kids but embarrassed. You know, so just as a whole, we really got to do better. We got to do better. And I really hope, like, Amy, tell me if I'm talking too much, because sometimes I be like too real. And some people take it out of context. So, and that's today, you guys know that we live in cancel culture. So I already been canceled a couple times. And I ain't even started yet. 4,000 subscribers and already been canceled 4 times. Wait. 4 times, yep. Canceled already 4 times. So I don't be trying to be too real. But I apologize if this is too real, but let's stop labeling everybody. I know we can't change the whole world, but us ourselves, we can make a difference. We most definitely can. Amy, it's all about one's perception. Yes. And I want to say this, don't match energies, you guys. The light you guys have, the light we have, let's say we, because we're a unit, the light that we have, let's keep that light. Let's not go to darkness. Let's not match people's energies. Before you guys, I was a match people. I would match. What's up? That's how it was. What's up? What we doing? What's up? Let's match energies. What's up? And no, nowadays, 2025, we're not matching energies. We're walking in God's path. We're walking in the Holy Spirit. We're letting God lead. We're letting God take over. We're walking in that. That's what we're doing. No matching energies, no giving life to the naysayers, no giving life to people that, that really ridicule us, talk bad about us, judge us. None of that stuff. We're not doing that. Rise above it. There's this attorney, he went viral. He said, when they go low, I go lower. And I was crying, bro. I don't know if none of y'all see that. He said, when they go low, I go lower. But like I said, we're not going to go lower. We're going to go higher. Okay? We're going to go higher. We're going to rise above all the stupidity, rise above all the comments, rise above all the negativity. We're going to rise above it. And listen, when you don't say nothing, sometimes saying nothing is the best thing to do. When you get into it with somebody, or somebody saying negative things about you, you not responding to that comment, you not responding to them, you not jumping into an argument, sometimes that's the best thing to do. I noticed that. Silent is the best. Sometimes when I'm really mad, I'm about to say something wrong, because before I was just like the type that I would just say it. F it. I ain't got nothing to lose. But now it's like, for me, I'm like, okay, I will literally say, hey, let me not say nothing because I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. All right, but I ain't even gonna say nothing because I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm like, all right, well, we can touch base at another time. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Amy said, I figure when someone is mean is because they have some things going on. And whatever it is, it isn't about you. And I love that you said that, Amy, because usually when people are upset or they're like being rude, I ask them, hey, how are you doing today? How's your day going? What's going on? Is it something that I did? Is it something that I said that I rubbed you the wrong way? When I know damn well I didn't. But it's just to let them recognize where I'm coming from, but me asking them in a very respectful way. And usually when I do that, people are honestly, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they're honest and they're open enough. And they tell me, hey, like, I had a bad day, or I just got news that, so-and-so died, or I just got bad news. I'm so sorry, something's going on with my child. They're at school. I got an email from the teacher. I can't do nothing about it right now. So that's on my, like, they're honest about it. But sometimes that's something that I do and it works for me all the time. And I'm like, okay, well, I just wanted to ask and check in. Like, I hope everything works out, But I'm basically saying, hey, look, like, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? Because you're being a little rude, but instead of me matching your energy, I'm about to give you empathy. I'm about to ask you questions. I'm about to throw how I'm feeling in a respectful way, so that way you can realize how you're treating me. If that makes sense. Maybe I should be a counselor. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Anyway, let me not do that because my brother's gonna come out of the room. Can you stop saying that? Let me see. Nick said, Nick laughing. I'm still like that, not on purpose, but people do too much. People do too much, and sometimes we got time today. Sometimes we be having time. Sometimes I be having time. I'm telling you, people do way too much, and people are just like ridiculous and go out of their way because they're miserable and they want you to feel the way they feel. That's another thing. When people are miserable, they try to argue and stuff like that. Like Amy said, they got that whatever they. That's the mindset I have. When someone's being rude, I'm like, okay, you got some stuff you got to deal with. That ain't got nothing to do with me. This don't personalize it, because 9 times out of 10, that person got some stuff going on that they're not dealing with. Amy. So high they can't see me no more. Facts. Let's get it, Amy. But some people need to be called out, I think. Amy also said we can choose our battles. Yes, some battles are just worth losing. And honestly, when you don't go down to nobody's battles, I feel like that is when you don't go down when you choose your battles and you don't go down to somebody's level, that's just you won that situation. Sometimes people, like before when I used to walk away, people used to be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you scared. Yeah, you punk. Blah, blah. I'm like, no. I'm the real OG here, because I'm using my emotional intelligence and I'm not stooping down to your level and I'm moving forward. So I'm the real OG. I'm using my emotional intelligence. I'm using my self-awareness. I'm using what I work so hard for, my coping skills, my toolbox, to allow me to deal with people like you. So at the end of the day, I'm winning. Because I'm choosing not to respond. Sometimes it's better not to even respond, honestly. Like when people go out their way to like go out their way to like misunderstand me, I'm just like, okay, like God bless you. I just pray to God. God give me the wisdom to deal with this person. God give me the wisdom not to say nothing. Or if I'm interacting and talking to somebody and I know that I'm boiling inside, I say, God, please touch me with the heart and the spirit to understand where this person's coming from. Please allow me to calm down and listen to where this person's coming from, so that way I can better help them help me to not cuss them out. Okay. Nick said facts. Yes, for sure. So you guys, I looked here. It's like I want to say It's like 43 minutes. I was on here longer than expected. I feel like I kind of like touch a lot of base on this live, but maybe too honest. But I'm gonna leave it up here. What y'all think, Amy, Neek? You guys think I should leave this live up here? I don't want people to take it out of context, but I really want to just share some things that I go through that really touch light and share my thoughts. So y'all let me know if y'all think I should leave it up. Because, yeah, like I said, people be taking things that I say and they be flipping it and turning it, and they do it all the time. Neek said, facts, Amy. And then Neek said, yes, leave it. I'll leave it. Say no more. I'll leave it. Say no more. Amy, yes, and then put a disclaimer on it. What type of disclaimer should I put on it? Because right after I get off of here, I'm going to put a disclaimer. I'm listening to you and Neek. Maybe I'll put like disclaimer, raw, honest, whatever, so people can be like aware. I like that you said that. So I'll go back and like disclaimer, but what type of disclaimer? Because like I said, I ain't trying to get canceled. And once again, you guys, whoever's watching, what's up? Like and subscribe. My name is Maisha Allen. You know what I mean? On here, raw honesty, talk about faith, relationships, anything you want to talk about. Neek said, just put my honest moments, like Drake. Okay. Neek, hey, you dope, Neek. I like you. I like you. Okay. And Amy said, put a disclaimer. Yes. Amy laughing said, yes. Okay. So you guys, I am going to get off of here, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, talking to me. This was a beautiful conversation and I feel so much better. This was on my mind today and I was like, let me go ahead and talk about it. So I love you guys. I will be back on in a few hours. So I hope and pray, Neek, Amy, that I see you guys again. I love you guys so much. Until next time, okay? God bless. Bye.